here. I love you, buddy.
All right. All right. Stream is live now. You
When
guys
I
are.
went to go
What's your
put in
game?
this roster, I was already tinkering with stuff with Shang-Chi comes out, so Punisher is supposed to be there for Cover Me, but Cover Me's not legal. So I'm kind of playing with Shang-Chi. Not that I won't play Punisher, but like that's why he's there.
I think
Don't roast me too hard.
I think that's my legal list. I'm just running too many lists at the same time. I think that's it. Yeah, that looks like it. I tried Infinity instead of Scoundrel for fun in Lunchmeat, so I think that's the one.
All right, fellas. I just started streaming. We're gonna jump into our chat. We're just gonna look at your lists real quick. I'll message you in here for you guys like that. We're good to start prio and all that, and just you guys know the deal. Just tab when you're attacking. Everybody here has played plenty of TTS outside of Rob. Yeah, this guy's a pro over here. I like that. All right, Rob and Gabe, let's jump into TTS Game Room 1, and we'll get ready to commentate this.
See you later, boys.
All right, have fun, guys.
Good luck, have fun, guys.
All right, so we'll do the unofficial start to the stream here. I've got Gabe from Montreal, and I've got Rob from Pork World Protocol. Rob, former top 8 ACO, top 2 ACO winner, and a top 8 Adepticon. Gabe perpetually doing well in the TTS League and in the Northeast. Right now we're looking at, this looks like Nick Patry's web squad for the, is it, I wonder if it's the same as his TTS cut squad, I'm not sure. Probably?
It's always nearly the same. He has the same big pieces.
Yeah. I know he favors Widow, which I feel like you're more likely to see Toad in these matchups. Electra, Spider-Woman, Miles, Scarlet Spider.
I think it's a test. He's going back and forth with Widow. I know he was playing Widow 4 for a while.
Cosmic Invasion, Infinity, Riots, Senators, Paranoia, Scrolls. All right. He's a little bit different than I think some of the other. I feel like there's a lot of web players that are just ever so slightly different from each other, where it's kind of interesting. And then Jeff is playing Punisher? I wonder when he actually plays him. Widow, Daredevil.
I'm going to go with never.
Well, he is affiliated now.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I'm imagining this spot or Ant-Man spot. One of those two probably becomes Panther in a couple of weeks. Okay.
But he kind of has a charge and auto rapid fire. I really don't hate that guy being affiliated.
I think if they made a small tweak to Punisher and made it range 4 with the trigger rapid fire, I think he'd be so much better.
Yeah, that's possible, but Spec Ops training is so good. Small move for 2 powers. Incredible.
Alright, so we take a look at the lists. It looks like Prio was rolled. I should probably turn on the stream review. Okay, I guess, let's see, if I position it like this, Nick is red, so I want to go this way. Yeah, this makes sense, right? Position it this way, I don't know who won Prio there.
Did they roll yet? I don't think they rolled.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I didn't message them. We're good. Classic. All right. I kind of like these 3-man commentary booths. It helps keep down like some of the awkward silence. 3 for Patry.
3 for Jeff. I think Jeff gets it.
He should. I'm going to assume he takes his secures here because he's playing Fisk, Gamma, Mutant Madmen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the standard, right? Everybody would take their secures in the webs if you're not playing Ds.
Yeah, webs don't really want to see those.
Webs aren't going to like Fisk or Gamma very much.
Well, Madman neither. Like, the power tax is insane.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I take extracts into webs a lot lately. I like, especially if you're like on Deadly Legacy. I mean, if you have a way to get the 2 legacies safely, and then you have the webs have to come into you, I don't hate that. But if you're playing hammers in a D shape, I don't want to have to try to break parity there as the defender's player.
It's true that his defender team has a lot of mobility, which helps a lot in these. Like, there's actually a reason to think about it, I'd say, rather than like lists that are more static, punchy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've been taking extracts as Brotherhood, my Magneto list, into a lot of the scenario teams just to slow it down. Because I'd rather play, I think, Extremis and Legacy than have to play on like Spider Infected and Demon sometimes. All right, so
Sure.
we got Madmen and Paranoia, and this is one of the reasons why I like avoiding like Paranoia teams. I pick my extracts almost every time to avoid that. It just scores way too fast.
But I think the defender list has a way to either get them safely enough or chase them really well, which is not a huge problem for you.
I'm assuming Nick goes, what, 18 here?
I don't know. I think I would go 16 if I was Nick because it's easier for you to be 5 or 6 wide at 16 than it is for Jeff. So if Jeff is 4 wide with his 4 threat leader, then you've got to deal with. I don't know why they're flipping that card. Then if Jeff's 4 wide and Nick can be 5 or 6 wide, I guess he's not doing the double 2 thing, so he's not going to be 6 wide at 16.
No, I'd only have 5.
Yeah, but 5 wide on Paranoia is like a pretty significant advantage. And does Jeff have a grunt character? No.
He does not.
So if Nick were to go 5 wide with Electra, like that 5.5 wide, it could be like a pretty heavy advantage, I think, on Paranoia. Alright, so it looks like they have 16 threat because he triple tapped on Paranoia.
But Electra double grabbing first round against defender is potentially dangerous, I'd say.
Oh man, the Punisher van's on the map. Jeff has to play Punisher here.
Oh, no choice.
Yeah, DeLuca calls up. Punisher's actually really good. He just isn't Zemo, which is the reality for so many 3 threats.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. No, okay, the map. When the map starts moving, I get concerned that I did something wrong. Okay. So if they're playing 16 threat, I'm guessing Jeff is gonna go 4 wide because Jeff goes 4 wide pretty often, and then I always kind of yell at him afterwards. If he were to go 5 wide, I think he's got, let's see, Daredevil. We saw Punisher, Luke Cage to take him to 10. I don't know if then I guess a 4 and a 2. So maybe like Elektra and... Oh no, he doesn't have Elektra. Maybe Wolverine and Wong. I guess he could be 5 wide.
I don't really like Wong in this setup.
I don't like Wong in any setup. Personally.
That's a sad truth. Yeah.
I'm a well-known Wong hater.
You and me both.
Yeah, well, we just watched Emil brought Wong onto Sword Base where he had no place to hide.
Yeah.
He
got one shot.
Yeah, I don't think he contributes enough beyond turn 1. I mean, if you're playing Immortal Hulk or something like that, or Hulk, I totally understand. And in this list, he turns on Wolverine, which is really good. We'll see if Wolverine still makes defenders lists after Shang-Chi and Namor drop, though.
Yeah, that's a big if. And also, like, a turn 1 charge from Wolverine, is it better than a Toad grabbing something range 2? Or, I'm not sure it's even worth it.
Yeah, still debating. What do you think? Does Nick play Cat and the Spider?
I believe he does.
So he's got 1 way to safe extract, and he's not playing Toad, so he has to commit 1 piece to the middle, I would assume, unless he plays ASM.
So that big size 4 piece of terrain is actually pretty cool to just stand behind.
That's true. So Nick is on the right-hand side, yeah.
Or even that size 3 that you can probably get some nice cover out of it.
This is one of the reasons I really enjoy playing on TTS is I like the way a lot of the maps are designed. Which shoutouts to Luluk in the chat. I saw the last like 4 or 5 maps he put up were really cool. I love the Apocalypse map. That one's so sick. But
Yeah.
Most of the TTS maps are like super asymmetrical, which makes losing priority and getting access to board edge and threat value way better than, I don't know about you guys. Like a lot of times I make symmetrical boards like just unintentionally. It's
so easy to just like look at it with your terrain in front of you and just like start placing them symmetrically. It's really hard to just
It's something that, like, what was cool about ACO was that Will was sending us pictures of the tables ahead of time and getting feedback, and he was bringing them to locals so that we pushed him to be less symmetrical for ACO, so that losing priority and getting board edge was a little bit more impactful. And thankfully, he was cool enough to listen to that feedback and take that job really seriously.
100%. I really like that myself. Just having like those table right next to it so you can replace it between rounds also really helps.
100%. They're talking. Maybe they're just... Not sure what they're talking about.
For some reason the dice tray disappeared on my screen.
Yeah, it disappeared on my screen as well. Nobility in the chat. Look, rooting on Jeff. Yeah, we need some support here. We're currently 0-5 this week into Montreal, but this is a totally different event. So Jeff's got just doesn't have the baggage that we have. What do you think of Shang-Chi, Rob? You worried about him as a dirty, disgusting Thanos Cabal player?
Not particularly.
You think he's a little overhyped?
I think he is a little overhyped, but I think he still goes down pretty easily.
Yeah,
especially if you flip him. The people are going to start hating on that 5 health real quick.
Yeah, like when I first saw him, I still am scared of him. Like if I play Magneto, because he can move me. Although Emma, I think, can Emma shut that? No, yeah, Emma. I think Emma can shut that down. But he can stagger, he can move me, he can throw me. But I could throw terrain at him, and all the blanks in the world aren't going to help you there. So I'm hoping that helps me out. Go Canada, get out of here.
I do think Shang-Chi is going to be splashed a lot, and we're going to see him in a lot of places, which kind of worries me. I'm kind of tired of like those. Why wouldn't you not pick this one,
Yeah.
like Bill and Rhino, where when you pick them,
All right, so we got the squads coming in. 5 wide for Nick. He went Spider-Man, Zemo, Black Cat, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Woman. I like that team a lot. He's got 3 steals, and he's got really good damage with Zemo. All webbed up, Mass Menace. Mass Menace is so good. Brace, Disarm, Spider Tracker. I'm not sure Jeff has played into Disarm yet. I know he's ready for Spider Tracker. He played a little bit of webs himself. And what did I say? 4 wide, but he brought Doctor Strange, who's a great anti-webs character. Black Widow. 2 of those steals aren't going to work on here, but I think the Black Cat steal still works on Black Widow, right? Because she doesn't drop the extract.
Yep.
Exactly.
Luke Cage is another piece of tech that you can use to get around the Miles steal and the Spider-Woman steal, because he can Heroes for Hire or Taunt so that those extract traps don't happen. And then Daredevil. I personally am scared of being 4 wide on Paranoia, but we'll see how it works out for Jeff. He comes from the Ben school of just he wants to slap things.
Just looking at the squads, it looks like Jeff's going to have a hard time right off the bat.
I think so too. But like if Doctor Strange gets to pull off a couple like really good turns, I think it could really easily swap.
I feel like that's what the game's going to come down to, the Doctor Strange activations.
Yeah, I definitely want to ask him afterwards about going 4 wide here, because I think his 5 wide squads are decent. Mike says Shang is overhyped, but he's still really good. Yeah, he does look super fun. I'm definitely buying him and playing him. I'll probably play him in Avengers just to not play Defenders with Jeff around.
I don't know. I feel like you're going to see more Namor than Shang-Chi, to be honest.
I agree because of the safe grab, and like he's got extract drops and all that, so people are...
The character just does so much.
Yeah, but I think he suffers the same way as Dor does. Like, in some games he will pull everything off and be the best 5 threat in the game, and some others I'm pretty sure we'll see him fail rolls and just do nothing.
Pretty much say that about any character, but yeah, I see that.
True, but it turns out if he rolls well, it's a problem, yeah.
I've seen Ghost Spiders one-shot things, you know?
Well, this week we saw a handful of 5 dicers one-shot things. So Zemo go down like a bitch in your game. And then sometimes you see 10 dice, reroll 4, do 0 damage to Thanos. I rewatched part of that game back, and I got to that point. I just was laughing, looking at the chat and how Jin responded to that. It's just funny. All right.
Yeah, it was a pretty brutal game. Not gonna lie.
I think we're going to see an Eyes on the Prize from Doctor Strange pick up that disturbance, then move towards maybe the south trap to try to flip it.
I'm not sure what they're doing right now because like the deployment is not over. Not.
He's pre-measuring something.
Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to.
I think you can have the tools out. You just can't use, like the character has to be placed down, right? Because if you're placing a character, you're technically using a range 3 tool.
Yeah, because I think now that Doctor Strange has to be placed there.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure I like the idea of spending all Doctor Strange's power round 1. If he flips the trap after.
The problem with that is, like, you don't want to miss a trap in a game that scores this fast. So you want to try to flip, use all your activations to ensure flips. But obviously if you're using eyes, you have to play it early. So you almost have to invest the power into the flip just to make sure you get it.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to be scoring potentially 5-5 round 1. This game could be over in 3 rounds.
But I do not like the idea of Strange not being able to teleport round 2 and pressure the other team.
Yeah, to be clear, I agree with you. I would just pick up with like Luke or Daredevil and pick up with Widow and let Strange like go pick up one of those side points and maybe throw like a dagger if you can. He's got 3 stealth characters, so it's not going to be easy. That's another thing too, like the stealth. I don't know how impactful it's going to be, but it's not a bad tool to have.
I'm actually kind of surprised Nick took Spider-Woman over Elektra. I think the grunts here would be pretty useful.
Yeah, the thing is though, if you're that's what we were talking about before. I think being like pseudo 6 wide is so good on Paranoia.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, okay, you go get the Paranoia with the grunt.
Or you don't,
and then
you don't have to.
No.
Yeah, because like otherwise ASM just move up, punch you, gains all the power in the world to jump after, or anybody else. I feel like it's tricky with the grunts.
I like Elektra 2 is a great attack into Daredevil.
Daredevil?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true though.
Ben, we're streaming here.
Oh, all right. Fine. Get out of here.
So this is why we always use the recording room or the secret squirrel room. But I figured who's gonna join here and just interrupt in this.
Hey, boo.
But here I am.
Boo.
I was wrong.
Yeah. All right. Love you.
Bye, Ben. You can join next time.
Oh. Wait for it. Hold on.
Love you too, Ben.
I can't even leave on my phone. Edit this out in post. Oh, what the hell? Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
That's why I was struggling with my sentence before about Elektra, is because I just heard this little noise in the background and I didn't know what it was. But I was like, surely no one is joining our chat here. But
I thought somebody was talking in somebody's mic in the background.
yeah, that's what I thought too. But I was like, I'm pretty sure my wife isn't going to say hi to Gabe, and I'm pretty sure your wife's not going to say hi to Gabe. So
Actually, my wife does know Gabe.
Yeah, actually, that's true. It's been a while.
all right, so it looks like everybody's deployed. He didn't bring Cat and the Spider, so we're gonna play some fair, honest MCP. We're gonna sit on the midline. I mean, not Doctor Strange here. He's gonna blow a bunch of power.
I don't know if I can ever say that a team with 3 extra steel and Zemo is a fair and honest MCP.
No. I also hate all webbed up. Jeff, don't screw up this Eyes on the Prize. Don't screw it up, Jeff. That's the Mike special. I just stopped playing that card now on my list just so I don't like. I've screwed it up twice on stream. He should be taking a damage. There we go.
No.
Yeah, so like you were saying, now he's not going to have the power next round to teleport and pressure. And he has no way to really apply any pressure on that south paranoia.
I think I would not flip it, just stay there, personally.
He spends the power.
I don't know. I think I would have flipped it from 2 and then kind of stayed more in the middle. So next turn he has a better attack.
That's a good point, too.
Yeah, but in front of Black Cat that can potentially double move, or Miles that can easily get there turn 2, I would probably stay on
that's
it.
fine though, because Jeff's gonna have priority, so he can just double attack her, I guess.
I don't know, if he kept the power on him, he could have teleported on top of that building, I think be within one of the trap, and then double tap whoever's on that disturbance, which will be Miles' cat.
Yeah, I would have just liked a better positioning for Strange there.
Looks like Spider-Woman's going to move up. She counts blanks. Jeff should be able to still move Black Widow just fine to that center disturbance, but then risks getting hit by Zemo, maybe thrown by Spectacular. I'm not sure.
I don't think Zemo does much into a Black Widow, to be honest.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you're throwing dice, anything can happen. Like, how many times have you've seen 4 dice attacks, do 3 or 4 damage?
Yeah, those are the only damage you did in our game with your grunts.
I was about to say, freaking grunts, man, do some insane
the most
damage.
frustrating thing was like, all right, I'm in a bad spot. I'm gonna throw a character into my grunts, so they'll take damage. All they have to do is take 2 damage. Right?
And they blocked it.
Because I know I got the explosive force trigger, so they'll take another damage. And then they roll 2 crits into another block and block all the damage. So it was just, that game was just insane.
It's like when you need them to block that, they wouldn't do it. But when you want them to take damage, of course.
That's why they're so good in the Hellfire leadership, because you could just guarantee some level of damage every round. You think... What's the play here, bud?
I don't hate it. He doesn't take a damage.
I like that a lot, actually.
And now Nick has to go get the awkward one.
Yeah. So he tried to flip that trap and missed it, huh? Or did he just... I wasn't paying attention to the rolls.
Me neither, to be honest.
All right, there's only 3 of us, so you think somebody would...
I'm assuming you failed it because it says 2 blanks and a skull up the top.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, to have spent the power.
That's honestly really bad. Not only to lose the power on Strange and not get it. That's.
I think you leave it that way this turn.
Yeah, the paranoia are going to be much more important.
Because the other option is to have your Daredevil go there, but then all your characters on the side with no extracts from Nick.
Black Cat's going to be... Both of those characters are going to be a pain to take the extracts off of. And not only, so Black Cat's going to turn off the leadership.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Vodka Blitz says the pairings are done. Simon, you want to post those in the chat? Hit me with some of them. Who am I playing? All 3 of us want to know.
Absolutely.
So I guess Daredevil... Does he have a trigger on his attack where he could get to that other Madman point, or no?
That would be sad because he doesn't have the stealth range.
I don't think so.
Jin versus... Oh, Rob, you're playing Nick Menard and a Cabal Mirror.
Nice.
Oh, Simon just deleted it. I don't know if that's supposed to be, is that secret information, Simon? Oh, he's not going to post it all in one message. Yeah, okay. I'm playing TG Lord. Emil plays Patry. Jin versus Gabe. Rob versus
That's gonna
Nick,
be
and Dambois versus Vodka Blitz. All right.
yeah, that's gonna be an intense one against Web Warriors.
I'm excited for that mirror.
Can we all agree that Web Warriors are the worst people? They're worse than Hellfire players.
Nah.
Listen, the thing
you're
about
on equal. You're on equal planes.
here's why we're better people. Is that we recognize that we're playing bullshit. We recognize that we're opting to play broken stuff to win games. Whereas Web Warrior players are like, oh no, I had Spider-Man pajamas. I love Web Warriors. I've read all the comics. You know, like they lie about it because they know no one's going to call them out because everyone likes Spider-Man.
Hated Spider-Man growing up. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they did go through a couple rough patch, Web Warriors. There were some times that were rough. So the die-hard Web Warriors fan that played through all the Malekiths and the CGR
Sure.
of the world, I'm okay with that.
Who are those? It's Matt Alex and Ryan Farmer. That's it. It wasn't Nick Patry because the first time I met Nick Patry, he was playing Guardians Thanos.
Oh, was he at those
Yeah.
playing Avengers?
He went to Salt City. He and I actually started the exact same time. Notable that Jeff missed. It's a hit trigger, right? To pull Black Cat in. He missed that on his attack before.
What's funny is Jeff likes to gloat that he's like 90-something% of the time he gets that trigger.
I mean, mathematically, that makes sense.
Okay.
100% Simon.
Is Zemo paying for the trap?
It doesn't seem like it. Jeff passed, so Patry is activating again. He's gonna roll 4.
See if it gets a wild trigger.
Trying to get the throw.
Crit. Jeff's blocking 2 because of cover. He's got a Zemo reroll available to him.
Oof.
I guess he's not.
I think it blanked out.
Oh,
he
blanked out,
did
okay.
it and blanked out again.
Okay. He rolled on the point. He gets it. I guess. Let's see. So Spectacular's
Yeah, it makes
obviously
sense.
gonna move to be within 2 of Jess.
Saving for the charge, which the Zemo for round 2.
I would have liked to see Black Widow here. Like I don't know why everyone does this thing of like, let me go max range 3 from the character I'm attacking. You're allowed to move in closer than that. Let's say he's spiked crazy right now, right? He's out of range to pick up.
Yeah, if he would move just like a quarter of an inch
Yeah,
further.
it's just like one of those things that is just like super minor, but it's not really that minor, right?
No, it's... Yeah,
But you don't want to be in range of Spectacular.
No, that's fair. Well,
But she wouldn't be a range spectacular.
he would
She'd
have to
be
be
range
yeah,
third,
because she's got stealth, so he'd have to move up.
Ooh, the stun is huge.
Yeah, that stun's nice.
No damage in the stun. What more do you want?
Yeah, that's...
I would like 6 damage and an extract if we could have that. Sometimes you just take those shots. At ACO, because I was playing Broken Hellfire and I knew I'd have the power set like second round on my bill, I literally said out loud to Art, I was like, I got like a 2% chance to one-shot your Toad through cover. I'm just gonna roll 6 round 1 with Bill and see what happens. I rolled 8 successes. His Toad blocked 3 and still died.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, he was not far from being inside the range 3 of Spider-Man there.
Well, what's the worst that would have happened? He says, at knowing that several of us have been one shot round 1. Let's see. He pays. He's gonna flip. Miss. Woo!
He does.
Manifest, boys.
That's good for Jeff.
Well, that brings back the balance for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike. I think we were all in agreement that we did not like Jeff's squad or his round 1 plan. I think the eyes on the prize was not really necessary. Like the whole like cool thing about Widow is that she's not gonna drop the extract where your opponent wants it. So I would have wanted to see her in the center pick up. Let Strange stay in the center and attack whoever's gonna pick up on their side, maybe.
Build up for next turn.
Yeah, because Strange is such a key factor in this matchup, but now he's holding an extract, so you got to be a little cautious bringing him into enemy lines.
Throw some poisons on webs. They don't like that.
Yeah, that's cool. And now Strange, if Strange is dazing models on this bottom side, those models aren't holding extracts, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, I guess, but it's not as impactful as if he was chasing down Spider-Woman or Black Cat.
Yeah. Strange from the middle could have rotated either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeff, I don't know if it's because Jeff is a convocation player at heart, but he just goes 4 wide all the time. I think he went 4 wide. Simon, back me up here. Did he go 4 wide against you at ACO? I feel like I remember him telling me, and I yelled at him about that. Yeah. -1 power to Spider-Woman. What's happening here? What's he paying for? Mass Menace? Is that what that is? He played Daredevil. Yes, Simon. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he goes 4 wide really often to try to, I guess, keep Pariah when he's murdering things, but then the backup plan is hard. There is no backup plan when you go 4 wide. It's like you gotta just murder things.
Yeah, I like the idea of that on scenarios that might be more brawly than Madman. Like if they were on something like meteors or demons or something, they're being 1 taller than webs can actually really help you a lot. But
yeah, well, that's one of the benefits sometimes of having your game streamed. I've lost 5 in a row on stream, so I've got lots of good feedback from the community I was able to reflect on and see what I'm doing wrong here.
Yeah, I've been taking a break from MCP, so I'm really hyped to be back into it and get into the next season.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I guess by the time the next TTS season rolls around, I'll probably be ready. But other than making content, I'm not playing a ton of games. I just built a bunch of Shatterpoint stuff this week, and I'm ready to play some of that. Just detox a bit.
Yeah, it did help me a lot to detox when I was playing some Star Wars Unlimited. Now that I'm back, I'm really more focused.
Simon in the chat says the next finals are list locked. I might play in the next TTS league. Yeah, that for me is. I think most people who aren't playing, especially, really enjoy the list lock for just to be able to have conversations. I loved going through all the lists and seeing what people are doing. I saw there's a cool Shadowlands Daredevil list. It was cool that the 6 webs, you see little differences and nuances between them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just fun for the community, I think, when you have stuff like that where everyone's got MCT coded lists and we can all look at it and see what people are doing and see who's doing unique stuff.
And try to prep around it and see why did they bring that special tech and what was their tinkering about it. I really like that myself too. Not for the regular season though. I feel 6 weeks plus another 5 on the same list is really too much.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. This last season I played 5 different lists, 4 different affiliations. My Brotherhood list by week 5 was super different than week 1. And then I played Foes, X-Men, Hellfire. I jumped around a bit. So, still, he's put down 2 Mass Menace, so whatever damage he does, including superpowers, he'll be able to get some extra power for that. Nobility, the last season was not. The last 2 seasons were not voted on. I was in the cuts for both of those, and we didn't vote on it. And Jeff was in the cuts for one of them. We didn't vote, and then Jeff stopped playing the TTS League because he also doesn't like the lack of list lock. Fun fact, Jeff actually tweaked his list against me for the TTS cuts a couple of seasons ago. He's like, well, if the tool is there, I'm going to use it. It had no impact on our game, but I was like, I'm going to kick you in the nuts for that.
I was going to ask you if it worked.
None of the stuff he brought was what he had changed. He put in like a Mortal Hulk and some crises different to try to counter me. I was playing Brotherhood, and then none of that happened. We ended up on like Sword Base, and he played his normal stuff. Let's see. Jeff is measuring. He's on 2 power right now with Daredevil, so I'm not sure. Let's see. There's no mission objective up. So what do you do here with Daredevil, or your first activation?
Hard to say, man. Any actions that are not made towards scoring more VPs are really hard.
I think his goal here was, hey, if I spike, I can maybe spend her, because it looked like he was maybe trying to position in between the 2 extract carriers. I don't know if that was your read. Okay, he's attacking Spectacular.
I think he's trying to just put as much options as possible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his goal here was, if I spike, I get access to. He was also setting up to be in reroll range.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Looks like he's using one of the rerolls. 5. Blocking 3 takes 2. And Daredevil done. That's a sad activation.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's hoping for more out of that, but.
Well, but what else do you do? Like, you didn't attack someone who's holding a VP. So I'm not sure what he was trying to get out of it. Maybe a stun? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes into Spider-Woman, there should count the blanks.
Spectacular should be stunned. Yeah, I don't know what the etiquette here is, but I'm mentioning that in the chat. Is it a may or must? What's the etiquette here? This is the target gains the stun. All right.
Yeah. It's automatic.
All right, so we'll mention that. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
It's mandatory. Thank you for pointing that out, guys. I don't know. I never know what the etiquette is. This is only the second game I've streamed, but I figured, I guess if something's mandatory, we want to make sure we call it out to the players, and if something's missed, it gets missed by them. If it's not a mandatory thing.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like
like the
mandatory
generally.
things should, yeah.
So I guess Spider-Man's looking to maybe throw Daredevil.
Yeah, you for sure don't want to attack him, because he can get space and then attack you again.
Yeah.
Which
Well, if he throws him, he actually will get a power because of Mass Menace, right? Because he's within...
Mhm.
Which is notable. That card is so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I think they don't need R&D anymore because of that one.
Yeah. He's looking at maybe Black Widow. The problem... what do you do if you're Jeff? Because you this game gets broken open by whoever can break the extra parity first.
Yeah, he needs to get Strange kind of over to the left and start trying to knock those extracts out of people.
The problem...
Black Cat's one of them.
But the problem is that if he leaves his Luke Cage alone on that side, the Spider-Man will just steal.
But this is the problem that we discussed at the beginning. Going 4 wide on this pay to flip is not best.
But that's the rough part of being the webs player. Like, what do you activate? You only have last activation characters. You don't want to activate nobody.
I mean, Black Cat at this point just run away, right? What is she gonna do at this point?
Yeah, you could go back to your home point with Black Cat. The thing is, next round, Jeff will wake up with Daredevil. He'll have access to his spender, right? His spender's 5 power.
Huh.
So he could, depending on when Spider-Woman ends up, he could potentially get a pretty massive spender off.
I mean, I doubt everyone's just gonna stand there.
Who's attacking who? Is this?
So Spider-Woman is attacking Widow.
Okay. I mean, even Black Widow powered up too is also really scary. But he also has access to handing out. She has stun on her builder, Spider-Woman.
It's shock, poison, maybe.
Shock, poison, stun, maybe.
Yeah, shock, poison, stun. Yeah.
I didn't see any wilds, so I guess he's alright. But he just 5 successes into Widow blocking 2.
But no
blocking
shock
3,
and
of
only 1 power.
I think Widow counts blanks against energy and physical. Or maybe that's only within 2. So what am I missing here? 5, blocking 2. Takes 3. Yep, that's math.
Checks out.
Yep. It's rough. Can I tell you that I teach computer science, but then when I play this game, I'm like, man, 5 minus 2 could be any number. I have no idea. Let's see, Zemo's sitting on 2 power, so he can charge, or he could do spender. He's got options here. Oh, is Jeff activating Luke Cage, just moving him back?
What it looks like.
Which one of these is the attrition player? Remind me. Oh, he's got to flip that point, so that makes sense.
I mean, at that point, Strange could also do it.
Yeah, but we want to keep some power on Strange, right? To maybe throw out some daggers of deadly something or other.
Yeah, but the first action is a move. But the first action is a move anyhow. So
yeah.
Like he could flip dagger, move dagger, and still get the 1 power for the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't have had to waste a move action if he just placed Strange in between the truck and the building. He would have still been within 2 of Luke Cage and 2 of the point. Try to pay to flip.
I think the nice thing about all of our games being streamed this week, plus now Jeff's game, is that I feel like if you look at all of our losses, every one of those games, outside of Jin, I think Jin played probably the best of the 5 of us this week, and just paranoia, scoundrels just gets out of hand. Like the first person to spike kind of wins in that scenario. But I think if you look at the other 4 games, I think there were like obvious either issues or I'm going to say issues or mistakes made round 0 or 1. Like my game, round 0, 1, obvious mistakes in deployment. Rob, after you got spiked, I think you were not aggressive enough with Malekith round 1. Dambois' game, that round was just bad. And
I mean, if I moved more aggressive with Malekith, the problem is I get shocked by Storm, and then Malekith is a sad kitty for the rest of the game.
Well, maybe you should have played Logan and Red Skull, like we talked about. Then you wouldn't have to worry about Malekith getting shocked, would you?
Well, I'm not sure about Red Skull, but Logan would have been spicy in like, I mean, if
he
you
sure
have
would have,
Logan
Gabe.
in your list,
He sure would have. It's almost like we talked about that in our planning. A Black Cat double moving to get to that back point. Because like she has nothing to really worry about over there, because Strange being Mystic doesn't really matter to her. That's going to be a hard little bunker to break down.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cat adding 2 rerolls on top of you can't crit or mod dice. And I mean, Luke has a size 2 Taranthro, which could be relevant, but
he already played.
yeah, I think at this point you got to rely on Black Widow doing something to break the parity. Because you also can't rotate Strange away without being able to make sure he's within 2 of a friend for the friend bonus.
Mhm.
So like
That's true.
so being 4 wide is like even more rough here. So Black Widow is attacking. But who's she attacking, Jeff? We need you to tab the character. I'm going to assume Spider-Woman. She had enough power for her spender, I think.
Did Jeff have passed here? No, right?
No, he already passed earlier.
I did, right?
I think he could have. He only had 2 characters left, and
I think Spider Tracker is being considered right here.
Yeah, he could have passed because he has what? Miles, Zemo, and Amazing.
Huh. Yeah, Spider
not
Tracker
sure.
is played.
Huh.
And really?
So I'm wondering, like, how much is it bad for Spider-Man to be dazed here?
I think he just wanted to remove a reroll maybe from Jeff. I'm not sure.
Well, it gets him away from Daredevil too for the spender.
Yeah, she's spendering, so like now you can't get the second attack into him. But she could just attack Spider-Woman twice, right? Is that how the spender works? She can attack the same character. Nobility says you need to take the activation away.
But he doesn't have an
5.
extract. And he can steal, so
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather go into the extra carrier. Jeff's got 5 so far. He's got access to a reroll. Does he have the trigger? Oh, you
If he
can
does
move and do the finisher
Yeah.
on anyone. Good call out.
If he does kill Amazing, he
Ooh,
can
6
move on
coming
to the
in.
point and flip.
She's
But she's
blocking,
blocking
4. Does she get the finisher trigger? What is the finisher trigger?
Wild.
Uh,
Yeah, he didn't roll the wild.
rough. That finisher would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Spider-Man can pick up 2 VPs. Oh, so she's gonna move back and protect that.
Yeah. I mean, Spider-Man, yeah, you just only have 1 power, so it's a good idea.
Yeah, because finisher also lets you reroll all the dice, including skulls.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
just,
it's pretty nasty.
straight better than Sabretooth's. Let's see here. He can move, attack, and then he doesn't have much access to. Oh, wait, and gets a medium move off the finisher. Yeah. Well, we saw that one. So he moved back. Oh, you're saying another medium move? Oh yeah. It's a lot better than Sabretooth's. Yeah, Sabretooth's got a old design. Spectacular rolling on the point. Misses again.
Damn.
You know what? We needed that. Right now, Jeff needs those breaks.
Yeah. That's what happens. You take your paid flips. Suck it. Fail.
That's Jeff's pay to flip.
Oh, it's Jeff's. Never mind.
Yeah.
Then it was all part of the plan.
Exactly. All according to plan.
To Jeff's plan.
Assuming he's attacking.
Widow?
Yeah.
He's showing the wild for a push.
That's rough just because it's going to make it hard for him because every activation from Jeff is walk punch instead of punch punch.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what Nick is trying to make happen, right?
Yeah, I think I was largely finishing my point before, which was that, if you look at all our losses, again, I think outside of Jin, I think Jin played a great game, and just got a little unlucky. But I think Emil, myself, Rob, and this game right here, I think there's just some mistakes either in round 0 or round 1, and I think Jeff needs to look back at this game and think about...
Well, honestly, I think Jeff might be in a good position right now, because when Amazing moved back into 2 of Daredevil, so Daredevil can have a great turn and knock out Amazing.
That's true.
And Spider-Woman, get the extract and take that secure.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to play Disarmed at the top of next round because Jeff's going to have priority.
Yep.
That's true. So, I mean, I'm going to guess that's, knowing Jeff, that's his whole goal, is to kind of always have priority.
But I think Spider-Woman was out of 2.
She was.
Yeah.
But he could attack Spectacular or Spider-Woman and then get the pursuit trigger, maybe. That's dicey. No.
Otherwise, how much do you just send Zemo the other side to go flip that stupid trap?
I don't know. Because I think Zemo being down here where the 2 extracts are, I kind of like that better, because if we keep I don't know, I think I'd rather keep Zemo down here and try to look for an opportunity to kill one of the 2 extra carriers Jeff has. Yeah, Lou, Disarm is great. He should not be able... Like, if Jeff knows he has Disarm, he's going to make sure he activates first with Daredevil and not have that happen to him. And that's one of the reasons I'm assuming he went 4 wide, is make sure he always has priority. And Nobility, I don't think any of us think that Jeff's in like a super bad position or anything like that. It's just more of a situation of Nick has more wiggle room to make mistakes or have things flub, whereas Jeff being 4 wide and the position of his characters on the board, I think he needs either more things to break his way, or like with the Mad Men traps, right? Like if that was going the other way, I think it's way worse for Jeff than it is for Nick. I think Jeff's just in a position where he needs to make the best possible decisions and things not go out of his way, like, go poorly in terms of dice rolling and things like that, where I think Nick's a bit more comfortable just being an extra character wider. Right? Like a daze on either one of these 2 extra carriers down here is like super, super bad. And you can get a little risky with Zemo, because what's the worst that's going to happen? He dazes?
Yeah.
Which
I really don't want to see Zemo attack Strange right here.
Well, right, because it gives him the power to move away.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, a Days on Strange here is pretty bad for Jeff.
So if he goes range 3 away, he gets like over by the truck, moves medium towards Daredevil, so he still gets the friend bonus, and then he can pick up maybe a Daze on Spider-Woman, or maybe he can double move Strange and portal Daredevil to within 2 of Spider-Man and Spider-Woman, so that he doesn't have to do anything next round except wake up and punch. So like,
Do you get to range to Daredevil with a double move? Probably.
I think so, but it might be the angle I'm on right now might not be the best for it, because I'm not moving my camera around at all. I'm just leaving it static, whereas I'm sure you guys are moving around a little bit more.
No, 100% I'll make it.
I was figuring as much. Then I kind of like that line. Double move, portal, Daredevil in, and next round set up a punch and spender. Like that.
But that means your Strange is with an extract in the middle of the map, and you do not have made any points towards scoring, right? With Strange.
What would you... Well, let's see how this plays out, and then we can debate the hypothetical, right? So he's going to presumably Master Swordsman. Yep. He's rolling.
No, he doesn't have the power for Master Swordsman.
Oh, he charged?
Charge, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to... I guess...
Oh, okay. Jeff is Heroes for hiring.
Oh, so that way he could throw him away. Yeah, that's a good call. heard dice rolled, but where are the dice?
They're still on the tray. They're not.
Oh, what are they? Am I just hearing things?
No, they definitely rolled. I hear.
Yeah.
I heard the roll.
All right, I'm not crazy. Zoom out for a second. Oh,
What's going on here?
I'm not sure what he's measuring. Oh, he's placing for heroes first. So what do you think the benefit was of moving? Because he's got to place within one of strange or one of the target.
I think it's strange.
Strange.
Right. So he put him up on there. I guess maybe he's got no cover. I'm surprised he put him a little bit more aggressively towards Miles.
Ooh, that's a lot of success.
No, come on.
Oh man.
Jesus. 6
One
successes, blocking 1 plus DR.
Ouch.
So he'll take 4. But he gets to throw him away, but he could still spend her.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'll go grab a drink.
Ooh, that's not ideal.
I mean, at least if he spenders, you get cover if he throws them. No.
Well, I guess the good thing is he played heroes there, because if that was on the Strange is going to die. Strange would have died from that.
Yes, and that would have been very bad.
Definitely would not have been ideal. But that's what I was kind of saying before, is that it's not that not that I thought he was in the worst spot, but just that he can't afford anything to go wrong. And you have to maximize every activation when you're one less wide.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't expecting Luke Cage to take 4 here.
If you don't throw him, though, he stays on range to actually
Master
attack.
Swordsman again? Yeah.
Yeah, and then kill Luke Cage and take his extract, which is pretty hard too.
I don't know if I would have thrown him that way.
I guess if he attacks Strange and leaves Strange alive, because you can't Master Swordsman the range 3 attack, you got to be within 2. So at least that's something. But if you're throwing 6 dice with a reroll, including skull unlocks, it's still pretty. Actually, he can't unlock
Wait,
the
what do you
skull
mean?
because he's got he's not holding an extract, right?
No.
So.
But right now, I feel like Nick is better off just trying to kill Luke Cage than
Yeah, I agree.
eating power to Strange.
Because that's a 4 VP swing.
Oh,
Ooh.
Man.
that's brutal.
Blocking 4. He's blocking 4 because he's got the cover.
And showing 6 the other side. 7.
Oh, Justin. I think that just gets him too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Wow,
needs
that's
2.
brutal.
Aye.
Oh, God. That's really brutal.
I mean, 6 dice with a reroll and the 4 with DR. I still kind of would have expected Luke to go down, just not quite that way.
Zemo proving that he's still the best 3 in the game.
And he can go pick it up. Oof, that's rough. So
Yeah.
now it's Strange. I think you have to rotate, right?
Well, there's 2 extracts in that side now. Because
No, I don't know.
Black Cat.
I don't think you can afford to rotate Strange at this point.
No, you try to daze whoever has the extract or is not yet.
Daze Zemo, I guess.
Well, if he picks it up, you daze Zemo. If he doesn't, you try to daze Miles, I guess.
Dazing Miles is going to be hard, though.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because he has to move, because he doesn't have the power to teleport.
Problem is now
Eventually,
he moves and whiffs an attack, then Miles just comes over and flips that point, and it's going to break that parity. Which, I mean, it's already broken now, I guess.
This
yeah,
is
that's
why
that's the thing.
I was saying round 0 how much I take my extracts into the paranoia teams all the time when I play attrition now. This crisis score is so freaking fast, and you just need
Yeah.
one thing to not go your way, and you get put in a big hole.
Well, furthermore, if you don't play those really attrition-y secures, right? Because like Mutant Madman is still quite fast scoring.
Yeah. I think he was Gamma, Madman. Yeah, I mean, this was the worst secure of Jeff's that he could have pulled for this match.
Yeah, probably. Now, if Strange doesn't see Zemo, he'd probably pick it up. But he does see him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jeff still has line of sight, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, you're rolling, 5 dice with a Pierce into 4 dice with a reroll.
Ooh, we've seen Zemo go down once.
To 5 dice, if you sure have.
But I don't know what it does achieve for Jeff.
Yeah, because Miles will just go pick it up. Well, if Miles goes and picks it up, you set it up in a way where if Miles goes and picks it up, he won't be able to walk back and be within 2 of Black Cat, so he'll lose the bonus VP. So,
Why? Can he move up, move back? Or stay within 2
Zemo didn't pick it up. Oh.
No.
Oh, yeah, then Jeff's kind of just in a rough spot.
I think Jeff would need to try his luck on Miles.
If you move up, though, and you do, 3 damage into him, then he could just steal yours. And then you're in an even worse spot.
Yeah, but...
Is he just attacking Zemo?
Why is there...
Is he attacking Zemo? Is that what's happening right now?
It does look like it. 4 dice defense? Yeah. Zemo has a random 4 dice mystical defense.
Well, no, it's not random. Enchantress enchanted his helmet.
That's true. You told me that.
That's
It's not random.
Oh, but he blocks 3 out of those 4.
Pierce. For the Pierce?
Oh, he's got a reroll. And a Miles reroll. Because he's contesting that abstract.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it, Nick. We're on it. Blocks 4, but essentially 3, takes 1.
This is ridiculous.
Is it ridiculous? Is it ridiculous as your Thanos on 2 dice consistently blocking 5? God, that stupid DR to 0 piece of shit.
To block.
No, that's why you just play Reality Gem. Everyone's on the Space Mind hype right now, and I just think... I don't know.
Space Mind is really, really nice, but not for the same reasons.
Yeah, it's different.
I think that if you use him as a bait stick, as you do in Cabal, I think you still put the reality onto him.
Yeah, I don't understand. I understand people's arguments for the Mind Gem, but having an 8th threat that doesn't die because of that stupid Reality Stone is so good.
Crazy.
And then it turns out if you're punching and doing lots of damage, you'll have power to Death Decree. I get you lose a lot of the control on the backside, but
a lot. And even on the flip side, on the front side, right? Like 1 portal is not a lot. But the fact that you can actually supply Red Skull with some powers with him too, helps a lot.
Moves within 1 to pick up the point. See a lot of hands on my screen moving around right now. What's he looking
Right, because
to
you
do?
see ours. Oh, okay. I'll refrain from going.
Simon said if Nick is denying the proximity, he already denied the proximity VP, because if you daze characters don't contribute to scoring. So Luke isn't gonna count.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure what he's doing, because the activation here should be pretty straightforward.
But Strange has the power anyhow for next turn, so pushing him out of the point makes the point more vulnerable if he then push for a
That's true.
flip. Also, if he spikes somehow, he can jump on the point and flip it. It's not all bad.
Okay, showing 2. I'm not sure if he did his Zima reroll already. I'm assuming not. Alright, showing 2, blocking. I'm assuming 1 from cover.
Gonna reroll. Oh, Jeff.
If you got 1 more skull, you wouldn't be able to get cover.
So, yeah. The greed paid off, he can then jump back.
I mean, it's either way. If he pushed him, he'd teleport onto his point. If he didn't, he just teleports back.
Yeah.
So Nick's going to score. He's going to go up. Well, thankfully he missed that trap a couple times, so that it won't be as bad as it should be.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to 2.
5 because of the extra point.
Yes.
So 9 to 7. Alright, so you need a big turn from Daredevil here.
I mean, I think the only thing Daredevil can do is move onto that point, Spender. And hopefully...
The thing that sucks, though, is that then he won't have the power to flip that point. But you need to daze both of those characters. Which means you also...
He won't even have the power to pick up the...
Yeah. Well,
Actually,
Black Widow can go... Well, actually, I don't know if Black Widow will be able to do that, because Zemo can probably just double move and pick it up. So he's got to be really careful.
And Widow's only going to be on 1 power, so she can only do 1 or the other.
That's why I wonder, like... Well, I could tell you what the worst character to probably start opening an activation with is probably... maybe he's worried about the extra carriers running away, so he doesn't want to... He might be worried about the extra carriers running away. Yeah. So he wants to get in there, maybe with Cage, and throw a Spender.
Maybe throw some terrains too.
Yeah. Does he get on that point?
Still has brace too, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be able to throw. He could throw on his Spender, so like he might be able to punch through. I would probably punch Cat. Oh no, you need Spike, so maybe punch into Miles, and then throw him into Cat.
Yeah.
He's got 2 rerolls, so yeah, you have to go into Miles because you're not gonna get those rerolls in Cat. Yeah, so he's gonna spend, I assume. 4. Yep.
Yeah, there he goes.
Sweet Christmas.
And I believe he's still within 2 of the dumpster too, so...
It looks like it.
Yeah, but as they're pointing out in the chat, Zemo just goes and murders Strange because Luke's not there to protect him.
And they disarm Daredevil.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to start with Daredevil.
Yeah.
I think he's got the throw, at least. Yeah, so I'd like to ask Jeff about that because now his Daredevil's going to get disarmed. How many dice does he roll on that attack? Is it
7?
7? So he'll be rolling 5. If that's what he decides to go with. Oh man.
Slow stun, that's pretty big on Miles. Don't want to see that.
Yeah, Miles only took 2 damage.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be rough for Jeff now. You can disarm, activate Zemo, and then Zemo's probably going to just actually, you can Master Swordsman charge onto the point.
Good time as any to use Brace for Impact.
Yep.
In this game, it's not the most impactful card.
Jeff also brought Marked for Death, which is notable.
I really like Mark for that against webs.
Yeah, but if you're disarmed, it's a lot less impactful.
Well, that's for sure. Miles is blocking 2 out of the 3 damage coming in.
So yeah, he threw a terrain piece at Miles. Yeah, my biggest takeaway from the first round of our event, plus this game here, is a lot of people in our community need to work on their round 1 and their deployment. And I think we don't have a webs player locally, and it seems like people have some flawed strategies into some of the scenario teams. I know I had a flawed strategy the other day against you, but now we've learned lessons. Lessons were learned.
Yeah, because like that turn 1 changed the dynamic of the game totally, and seeing how it went super tight, even though I feel like I could have lost that game pretty easily if it wasn't from the turn 1.
Well, Jeff, did he flip over both of those characters?
He did.
Oh, I think he's only flipping over one. I don't. Oh, no, she was on the point. Jeff has had amazing luck this game with those Madmen. The fact that Nick missed 2, and then Jeff flips that over them. Presumably, they just get that back. Oh, here comes the Master Swordsman charge. Spender. Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, because if you just kill Strange, who cares about picking up the point when Jeff doesn't have a VP? And he doesn't have mission objective to be able to hand it off to Luke.
But why a Spender?
Like I said, if you just kill Strange, it doesn't even matter about picking it up. Like the VP denial is so massive there.
Oh.
5 coming in. Strange, I assume, rerolls all. What don't you like, Simon? You don't like the Spender?
No, because like if you one-shot him, you don't get any power to flip any traps, which happens.
He does, yeah.
And now he needs to go into Luke Cage or something, and he won't be able to take the extract.
Yeah. I just don't think it even matters. Because you just go flip those points with like Cat and Miles. Like what he just denied here is so big. I don't think picking up the extract or that point matters.
But that's how you win with webs, right? Like even if they have a flip turn, you gain so much more momentum that it doesn't matter.
So he's gonna score 5 points this round, presumably, just because of the south side. Assuming he picks up the point over Luke. Not over Luke, because Luke's injured. So you pick up those 2. You score 5 points on this bottom side to go to 14. I don't know. I don't think it. I mean, I agree with you that like his line wasn't the most optimal play for sure.
But since he had 2 actions, I would have started just Master Swordsman Strike, no charge or anything, and just see what sticks, right? And then you can rotate or continue your.
Yeah. Yeah. To be clear, Simon.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I think everyone agrees that your line is the better line. but I just don't think it matters. That's what I'm saying, is it just doesn't matter, because he's going to go to 14 points at worst.
What he's saying, Simon, is you don't matter.
Well, this is the same guy who the other day in the TG Lord game was like, "Oh, what a great actor! Sandman's putting in a lot of work, double moving between points." Like,
Yeah, that one was funny though.
Yeah.
I have to agree with that one. I love Sandman, but on this game, it's not like it mattered.
I think too on Zemo's turn, I think it was a mistake that he didn't disarm.
Why are we touching fingertips? What are we doing here?
He didn't disarm Daredevil, or do you have to play it on the character, the characters
I'm
who are
pretty
playing
sure-
it?
No, I don't think so.
Because I see the activated token on Zemo, so either he forgot to play disarm, or he's just like, I'm up so much that I don't even care.
I honestly don't think it matters.
No, you can just disarm here?
Yeah.
Why is that? How do you disarm on Jeff's turn? What am I missing?
Oh no, but at the end of his turn, he could of his Zemo turn, he could have disarmed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he didn't.
No.
Although in Nick's defense, he was mentioning he was out all day with basketball for his son.
Also, do you wait for next turn to disarm which threat, like, is not attacking you first activation? Maybe.
I don't know. I think I would have disarmed this turn to shut down Daredevil, and then next round you've got all webbed up to ensure the game gets closed out.
Yeah.
No, Simon, we're not all saying the same thing, because the three of us have microphones, you don't, so we could just ignore you.
Wow. I won't be participating in that shade here. He's my teammate.
Daredevil going into Spider-Man. I'm guessing he's looking for a pursuit trigger, get in between the two of them, Spender. He also needs 1 power to flip that point.
But isn't the trigger a pull instead of a pursuit?
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of Shadowlands Daredevil.
Yeah.
So then I'm not sure what he's going for.
Builders. Well, that's a good builder if there's any.
That is a good builder. But spectacular blocking at least 2.
With 2 rerolls.
How come he's not going into the extract holder though?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, Spider-Man is annoying to deal with.
All right. I understand he's annoying. You don't like playing against him, but if he's not the one holding the extract, I mean, if he dazes him, he denies 1 VP. But I'm not expecting Black Widow to be able to go and daze Spider-Woman. Probably planning to try to daze Spider-Man here, then throw Baton and Spike while ignoring Martial Artist on Spider-Woman. I guess that's fair. I don't know. I think I'd rather throw 8 dice in between the two of them. Did something happen? I saw the chat. Nick mentioned something. What are you?
I was going to say that Spectacular was stunned, but they removed it.
So Daredevil moved to go flip the point. If that was your plan, though, why not? I don't know. Am I wrong thinking that maybe you would rather have just baton hooked into Jessica? Actually, I don't think he could have pulled her towards him to be able to spend her.
Yeah, it was a rough angle.
Yeah, I know. I think you have to get lucky, and the way to do that is throwing dice at characters.
I thought he really should just mood and spend it.
And
Yeah.
flip.
He wouldn't
Well,
have
he wouldn't have been able to
He
flip.
wouldn't have been able to flip.
Didn't have 7 powers. Oh no,
no,
the builder did 2.
yeah.
That's why. Yeah. No, I think he had 6 at the end. No. Okay, no. Sorry.
He had 5 at the beginning.
Okay. Yeah. So no flip.
Yeah, even if he scored Magical Christmas Land all 4 of these secures, he goes to 11, but Nick's still.
What, 15-ish?
Well, no, Nick wouldn't.
I mean-
he has to hope that Miles and Black Cat both miss both the flips down there, just pretty unlikely. I don't know. I think not trying to get some dazes here is a mistake. If you spend an entire game where every character, if you're the attrition team and every activation is a move and 1 attack, I don't need to look at the score. I know that you lost the game.
Uh-huh.
Cat has no power to try and flip the point. Don't use facts and logic here. Show Cat Claw and she'll get a damage. Calling it right now, nobility. And I'll look like a genius. I mean, Miles will still flip at least one of those points, you'd assume.
The way Nick's rolling, he might just one-shot Luke Cage.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This is one where I don't think Jeff has rolled poorly at all, to be honest. I think based on the attacks here and the rerolls and the mechanics I would expect, I would say the game, like dice, have been largely irrelevant outside of that huge attack into Luke Cage earlier.
There was probably a couple of spikes that really set the tone for Nick to gain a little step forward, but I don't think dice were the.
No, I think it's the like I was saying before, when the strategy you have doesn't allow for any wiggle room, that's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And that's why this is why I always take my extracts into teams with I'm paranoia, because I just want to avoid getting stuck with like a 4 or 5 threat leader and being 4 wide.
Yeah, it is clearly something that, like, as attrition players, we just think about, like, oh, we take secure. We don't want those secure, but
he's looking for a push on Widow right now. He gets the push on Widow plus more. Jeff blocking 2. Oh,
the power also to flip the trap is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think she's also going to just daze here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, that's a spike. Oh.
Yeah, Jeff's in a rough spot.
If he flips this now, he's going to score 1, 2, 3, 4.
He got that topside one?
5, 6, 7.
I don't know if...
I'm pretty sure Nick wins this turn, or this round.
And I'm not sure if it was because he was being a nice guy or because he forgot, but the push was actually before damage, so he could have pushed Widow and finished the attack and daze her.
Now Jessica flips this trap, Black Cat attacks, Cage flips that trap, and then Miles double walks, flips that trap, and then it's over.
Yeah,
you know
7 points.
It's impressive that in an event that was a 5v5 that we managed to squeeze in a 6th game unrelated and still go 0-6 in 1 week against Montreal.
Jeff felt left out, so.
I'm sure Jeff wishes the game had just happened on Friday and that I didn't ask him to stream this. But I messaged him earlier. I've lost 5 in a row on stream, but I keep coming back for more beatings on stream because, one, I watch a lot of MCP content, so like I want to give back in that regard and help other people have things to enjoy. You know, Rob and I have talked about we're gonna try to produce more stuff for people to enjoy.
I'm looking forward to my game with Menard. Not only is it a cabal off, but Menard hasn't beat me yet, so this is it's a big game.
That's funny because like he's probably the best out of us.
Yeah, I haven't played him yet, but that's he just like when I'm watching games, I could see that.
The classic is we go to Ontario or we go in tournaments, and it's like me against Menard in the finals, or Vodka against Menard in the finals, and he always win the final.
Oh man, Manada's calling you out, Rob. He says that you've played one game.
2. I beat him once in New Hampshire on stream with it was Wakanda versus Convocation, and then I beat him again. I think it was Everwinter. So yes, I have 2 wins on you.
He's got 200% more wins than you do in that matchup, Nick. And you guys are about to have 600% more wins than us in the last week. Math.
You deserve your role.
I'm 0-3 against Gabe right now. 1 pickup game and 2 tournament games.
I think me and Gabe are even.
Yeah, we are now.
2-2, right?
Yeah, 2-2. I did Everwinter got us back to the team event got us back to 2-2. Yeah. I think my better matchups are against Mike and Ben.
Yeah, but that's all of Montreal has great matchups against Ben.
Yeah, we're in his head.
You all live rent free in his head.
I'm glad my goal is to avoid Simon in the 5v5 so I could just hold my 3-0 over him. 4-0 if we can't pick up games.
I want another match against Simon. I feel so cheated.
The prior role was huge in your game.
You know what, Nobility? Shut up.
Well, that's what I said. I said that to Simon. I'm like, all right, step 1 was to win Prio. I lost it. And then step 2 was not get...
I think Nick just forfeited the win this turn, actually. Like, by going with Miles and attacking Luke Cage, he actually won't be able to close the game this turn.
Why did he do that?
Because he's playing... He's giving Jeff no chance because he's staggered, so he can't double move.
No, he could have because he attacked into Luke Cage. He was not staggered. Basically, Miles
stunned and
activated.
Slowed. Right.
Yeah. So Miles activated and attacked into Luke Cage and threw him instead of double moving and flipping the trap. And
could he double small? I mean, maybe double small didn't get him there.
That's right.
To web swing. He had enough to web swing, so it didn't matter because he had 3 powers. But the thing is, he needed Black Cat to be able to generate 1 power to flip that trap where they were.
Yep.
Yes, and as Nobility correctly called out earlier, Black Cat did not get that power. You were right. I was wrong.
And Vodka seems to say that double short works, and usually on pay to flips and distances, he knows his things.
I don't know. I saw Simon miss a bunch of pay to flips against me recently.
I don't know why it feels so good
never.
to hear you say you're wrong.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, because you guys are never right, so it's easy. That's why you don't hear me say it.
Mm.
Man. Oh yeah, no, he has only 3 paranoia, Menard. Like the other one is on the side, because since Zemo spendered, he couldn't pick it up.
Hmm.
So he's doing 15 this turn, with the proximity bonus.
6.
No, that's true. That's 7 point. If he stays within 2, actually, yeah. I think they're just talking about it right now.
Oh I think the game is.
Yeah, that's true because of the proximity point.
Yeah, they're just talking, so we can join their chat. Hey, fellas.
I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have been able to. So yeah, I would just go down here and pick it up, and then whatever happens with Strange's Spender, and then Daredevil can do whatever. So it could have been crazy, but I think that was it. I get
one for the point.
Yeah, just 1 for the point I was on. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for the game, man.
GG's.
You had me really scared for a moment when I didn't like the flip over there and then missing the second turn. I'm starting to. I was okay with like all the extract being on one side. Like I was like happy about that because I had like more people on this side versus your people. So I was okay about that positioning, but here not being able to flip, not taking full full effect of my mask menace because I didn't know the stun thing.
Yeah.
I'm like starting to be like scary, but yeah, I mean, then 4 dice attack for the win, I guess.
Yeah, I got so I think I made like one really big mistake with Black Widow when I was originally moving with Daredevil. I should have went off of Spider Woman and then saw if Black Widow was there. But I placed Max 2 off of Black Widow just to find out that Spider Woman wasn't in range. I should have went off them. That way, if I got 3, I got 3. But if I got 2, it was the 2 people that were staying. Right? Because Black Widow was almost always going to go that way.
Yeah,
so I cut myself off of a reroll there with Daredevil, but it was like I like what I did on my left side of the board, and then the right side was just a little bit too awkward. I ended up putting both disturbances on there, which
I don't know if the guys
my mission objective.
Yeah,
we're here. I'm just I want to interrupt.
Yeah. No problem. The only thing I think with Supreme, I think you should have I would have gone with Black Widow first to get this because you want an extra counter no matter what, and you probably had access to both.
So the problem was actually in deployment. I put Daredevil first.
That's
and
why.
Strange would not have gotten the other one. So if you went and picked up this one here, it would have killed my eyes play. It doesn't mean that I couldn't have gotten one. I would have just had to been on the taco truck, which I didn't want to do with Strange.
For sure, but I mean, I was talking with Benar. I don't know if he did the stream or not, or if he went to bed. But the first game I played Black Widow, like we're discussing it for a while. As soon as she was available, and the first game I didn't put an extract on her, and we discussed it. And he's like, "Why are you bringing her if you don't put an extract on her? It's her whole job."
Yeah.
So anytime I put her on the map, it's to go get an extract. So when you didn't do it, I'm like, I'm stealing that extract. I don't want her with an extract.
Yeah, it came down to deployment. I wanted to be able to grab either one and then rotate Strange to the side that she was on. Yep. But because of where I put Daredevil, as soon as I put him down, I realized, and I was like, oh man, Strange isn't over there. So then when I had to pick up, and I couldn't even pick up straight on because we weren't sure. So I picked up on this corner, so there was no way for me to get over here. Like my initial plan was to keep Daredevil's side ambiguous, but I wanted to double move him over here. But because of what I did and the way the taco truck worked, because I think if the taco truck's not there, where Strange is fine. But because of the way the taco truck worked, I had to commit Daredevil to over here instead of I wanted it to be Daredevil and Luke over here and Strange and Black Widow over here. And then if you let me pick up one with Black Widow, great. If not, Strange can always mission objective. I ended up with 2 objectives over here, no way to play mission objective. And then Daredevil was just kind of awkward, where the other side, he would have had 3 people. He would have had a really good spender over here. Like, he would have had a lot better of a turn over here. I do like how I handled Mass Menace with the stuns. That, you didn't get, anything from your Mass Menace turn, except for
only on
Zemo.
Yep.
But, yeah, that was mainly it. The Luke Cage versus Strange activation was... I probably should have just went with Strange first.
I would have done with Richard.
I wasn't ready. Yeah, I wasn't ready to go with him yet, so I just kind of hoped he lived through Zemo's activation. But he's just not as tanky in this side. I'm just used to playing him under Ironbound books. I have to respect that he's just not as tanky.
We kind of thought you were going to go with Daredevil that activation.
Yeah, we were expecting a move and Spender to try to get the extract and prevent him from flipping those points up there.
The problem was I move and Spender. But I only have 5 power, so I can't get anything else.
Yeah.
So Nick, why didn't you disarm there?
Good question. I told Jeff tonight. I like that super Zemo activation. I'm just tired. I've made a lot of mistakes, and my dice bailed me out. It's here with Zemo. I should have just done the Master Swordsman Builder. I don't know why I went with Spender. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? So that's why I threw it back. I'm like, I'm going to make Strange have to go back. But then, again, being stupid, I kick him and I say, hey, I'll push Luke Cage back. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to push him back, but the tools were already on the map. I make him be able to go grab the disturbance, just mistake after mistake. But yeah, I still put it up, but I made a lot of mistake in this game.
Yeah.
Jeff, why were you prioritizing Amazing over Spider-Woman?
You mean Spectacular?
Spectacular?
Oh, yeah, that's
Spider-Woman wasn't in range. That was my problem. When Daredevil came out here, I Black Widow was kind of here. Spectacular was here and Spider-Woman was here, and I was trying to do the measurement within 2, and I was trying to because his base was almost where it needed to be, and it looked like it would be almost okay to get 3 rerolls, on my first move action, and so I went to go do that, but I placed within max 2 of Black Widow, who was here, when I should have placed within max 2 of Spider Woman, and then hoped to get Black Widow in my rerolls, because then I would have been that little bit closer. But because I was closer towards Black Cat, then I was always out of 2 of Spider Woman, and I couldn't even baton hook her in because Spectacular was right there. So without taking another move action from Daredevil, I was just fucked. So my thought process was to just go through Spectacular, try and take off his activation, so Black Widow gets hers. And unfortunately, her spender I didn't get the trigger on. I think that's kind of what I needed to get that point going.
So 2 things that I wanted to... Well, there's more things I want to ask about, but you...
Hey, Mike, how you doing? How much did you bash me during the
not at all, because we were... I mean, there was some dice spikes, but overall, we felt like you played a better game in positioning than Jeff. No offense, Jeff. But I was saying, actually, that I think of the 5 games... Outside of the Jin, I think Jin played a really good game against you last week. I think Jin
100%.
I think Jin just got unlucky, whereas I thought the other 4 of us, and now 5 with Jeff, I think there was just a lot of problems round 0 and round 1 in all of our games. That I think it's good that they were all streamed, because I think people need to look back at their games and look for those mistakes and listen to the commentary and the chat to see where those mistakes are. Like I know where mine are. I actually went back and watched that game, and I think, Jeff, there's some stuff we talked about at the beginning where we really thought you were going to go 5 wide because Paranoia Madman is pretty fast scoring, and that if you have an activation or an unlucky dice spike against you, which happened, you lose an activation, but you also lose more VPs.
I wanted to go 5 wide, but it's like it doesn't really. It's really hard for me to go 5 wide at 16. I'd have to either go Punisher or Ant-Man if I still wanted to get Black Widow in there.
Well, how much does Luke Cage really bring for you in this game? Like,
that's what I'm saying. He doesn't. But like my threes aren't like, this isn't my normal list. My three is like, I'm usually having like Zemo or Miles in here, which would have loved to have.
Yeah.
But I didn't have it because this it's like a mix between my WTC list and my other thing. I decided to join last second and just threw a roster in there. I think I literally put it in at 8:57 when the rosters were due at 9 o'clock.
Jeff, I can feel you because I did mine in the car coming back from ACO.
Like Punisher is in here because of Cover Me, which I didn't even get to add in here because it's not legal yet. Like it was one thing I had in Jarvis, and it was literally 8:57. The rosters were due by 9. I just went in, grabbed a list, and threw it in. I saw that it had Strange in there.
I don't think it's that bad though.
It's not. Well, I mean, it's not a bad list. Like I don't put in bad lists in Jarvis. It's a mix of like halfway in between what I really wanted.
Well, even if it's a WTC blend, I think it's still worth talking about because you could still end up on Paranoia, in that situation, and you want to have that experience. Because I was saying before the game, and Gabe and I were talking about this, that there's a lot of games that maybe attrition teams should not be slam dunk taking their secures, and you should maybe consider taking extracts.
We were talking about that too, and that's
I take extracts.
I normally take extracts here. I literally told him I'm taking my secures because I want a chance at Fisk because Wolverine's coming onto my list and I want to play him one more time. That's literally what I said.
That's totally fair. I think it's worth, like, every one of these games we should be approaching with a growth mindset because we're playing strong opponents that we can have these reasonable conversations with, and I think it's definitely worth testing pulling your extracts to slow the game down because your extracts are slower than your worst case. Like your worst case scenario extract and extremis is 7 points, whereas your worst case scenario taking your secures is 4 and right here and paranoia. So that worst case scenario is pretty high scoring. So I think it's worth considering those types of things as we go forward and test that stuff out.
Normally, when I win prio against webs, I normally take my extras.
I was happy turn one.
More wide. Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
You would position your Strange like kind of in between, like that.
Yeah.
So you'd have a bit better attack line.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had the eyes up. Because you still could have put Luke where he was, and still got the bonus points.
Yeah, it was. Oh, you mean put him up here?
No, like.
Where?
Turn one, you put. When you move Strange, you moved him all the way back here. If you would have kept him, here, it would have given him a better attack line.
He wanted it to be out of line of sight of my guy.
It came to bite me in the ass. I really wanted to just keep him away so that he had to come in, but then he just never had to come in.
And
I was trying to use it for line of sight.
it actually rolling my questions. I was wondering, like, the idea of spending all Strange's power was diminishing a lot the impact it could
Yeah.
have on turn 2. So I was wondering, was that all planned, or did you like just look at the setup and be like, well, I need to flip as much as possible if
Yeah.
I ever fail?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I fucked up deployment. Strange was supposed to be over here anyway, but no. When I normally do this, then I don't spend all of Strange's power. I just eyes grab the other one, and then I'll like media move over here, and then Black Widow will be the one to get it because they'll usually grab it because they don't want Black Widow to grab the piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, then I grab the extract with Black Widow and I just leave this not picked up. But because of me having to come here, I was like, well, Luke's not going to be able to, so I'm just going to flip it. But I probably shouldn't have flipped it. I probably should have just left it for Luke to get out, for Luke to get later. That way I could scalpel forward. Because, yeah, me placing here afterwards was so that I could scalpel forward, but then I realized that I spent all my power. So then next turn I couldn't even scalpel. Because my goal was to block the line of sight, and then next turn scalpel in front of the building and be able to hit people. But I wasn't able to do that because I spent all my power. And then Strange for the rest of the game was just on an awkward amount of power.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's why I mean I charge into in just to get like Heroes Fire out. And when I charge, like I understood Jeff. That's why we both like removed our dice when we're rolling them, because Jeff when like I heard him like I don't think I will use it, so I started rolling my dice, and then he said I'm heroing, so I cancel my dice. And I was happy that it was zeroing it, and it was out of like it was going away. Then I got stupid dice with Zemo, so turns out Luke can't think.
I was surprised you heroed also because like I was like, if he gets like a couple damage on Strange, he gets the power he needs to jump in and start attacking. But also he had it in extract, so it was kind of tricky for position. For sure.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was hoping to hero, not take a bunch on Luke, to throw him away, and then he wouldn't have enough to spend her. But he was able to get enough to spend her because he did like four damage into Luke anyway.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I blocked 4 and he still did 4 damage.
Yep.
Blocked 4 and reduced 1, so it's effectively blocking 5. But he still,
So
he
I
still
heard
had 2 damage or something on it.
I heard Rob for the ACO thing. You asked to dodge me again for the team tournament. You asked to dodge me again or something.
I most certainly did not. I said I would play you.
I would play you too, man. But we can play like even if we're not like in the tournament. You poke me whenever, and I'll play you. So you can remove that 0.
For sure.
I love you, Rob.
Love you too, man.
The pairings are up for the next round. I don't remember who you
I think
playing.
it's Emil. I think I'm getting Emil.
Oh,
yeah,
Emil.
I blitzed him in a mill, and look forward
I
to
play-
playing Menard.
Jan.
Who are you playing, Gabe?
Jim.
Jin. Sorry. Okay, I know how to.
Jen. Yeah, it's Jen, like the drink, Jen.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. You can't forget it. It's like the drink. I said, okay, man.
100%.
Hey, Mike. Thank you for having us. Thank you for streaming.
Thank you
Jeff,
for letting us stream.
Yeah, thank you for the first game. I'm still undefeated, I think, against Pork Roll. I'm just saying, throwing you out there to put the target on my back.
Yeah, these commentary booths with myself, Rob, and a Montreal guy have been pretty fun. Like, we really enjoyed the conversations about your games, and then we get off topic pretty easily.
Cool.
Well, anytime. Let me know.
Yeah, you have to invite me. I have to be able to go into one of yours and
Well,
talk with
you and I are going to
so
talk on Tuesday with Jin.
with Jen. That's good. I can't wait.
You can commentate me in Menard's game.
When is it?
I don't know. I have to talk to him to figure it out. when.
Okay, just make it like later than 7:00.
Yeah.
Because with my kids, there's no way I can comment. But if it's around 9, I'll jump in and comment with whoever's there.
Can definitely do later game.
Sure. All right, I'm going to cut the stream off here. Thanks for letting us stream. Thanks for whoever wanted to come in here and watch us stream. It was a good time. And look out for more content this week from myself and everybody else streaming the Montreal Pork Roll Protocol 5v5. Hopefully we can win a few games next week, because this week was pretty rough.
See ya.
All right, I just killed the stream.
Cool.